So, a few days ago, I did a video about desegregation in New Orleans. That covered the business corridor of Dryad Street in New Orleans. I want to show you the public school where desegregation took place by somebody named Ruby Bridges. On the morning of November 14th, 1960, federal marshals escorted little Ruby Bridges to her first day at William Frantz Elementary School. She was the first African American to attend an all-white school in the South. This was when segregation in public schools came to an end. She walked up these steps with 2 federal marshals in front and 2 federal marshals in back to a school where most of the kids had been taken out because their parents did not want their children to go to a school with an African American. For her first year in the school, she would be the only one in her classroom taught by a teacher named Miss Henry from Boston, who was the only one that would teach Ruby Bridges. Around the side, in a courtyard, they've put up a statue in honor of Ruby Bridges. Wow. I'll tell you what, standing in that exact spot, the spot that Ruby Bridges stood and walked in and out of that school being escorted, like in that photograph, that's an incredible experience. I've never experienced something like that before. It was intense to know the history behind those steps and the history behind that door for the city of New Orleans and for our society in general. It was a major, major event, not only here, but in the entire country. It was incredible. There is another school that was integral to the desegregation of schools in New Orleans and in the South. McDonough 19 Just 2 days after Ruby Bridges went to her school, 3 young African American girls came to this school and integrated this all-white school on November 16th, 1960. Leona Tate, Tessie Prevost, and Gail Etienne, along with Ruby Bridges, had to take a very difficult test to see if they could be allowed to attend an all-white school. These tests were intentionally difficult because the schools were hoping that the African American kids taking the tests wouldn't be able to pass them, so they would not have to integrate them into their white schools. But these 4 girls passed the test. So Ruby Bridges went to William Frantz, and these 3 girls came here to McDonough 19. This integration process caused a lot of protests by the parents of the children in these schools and by other citizens of the city. People would throw things at the little girls, threaten them, say that they were going to poison them, which forced the schools to turn off the water fountains for fear that they'd be poisoned.